Jeremiah Part 4. Jeremiah rescued from the cistern. When Ebed-Melech the Ethiopian and Anuch said to king, he will die there, then the king commanded, lift Jeremiah out of the cistern, and Jeremiah remained in the court of the guard. Jeremiah warned Zedekiah again. King Zedekiah sent for Jeremiah. Then Jeremiah said, if you will surrender, your life shall be spared, and this city shall not be burned. But if you do not, then the city shall be given into the hand of the Chaldeans. Then Zedekiah said to Jeremiah, let no one know of these words, for the conversation had not been overheard. And Jeremiah remained in the court of the guard until that day that Jerusalem was taken. The fall of Jerusalem. In the 9th year of Zedekiah, king of Babylon, besieged it. 11th year of Zedekiah, breach was made in the city. But the army of the Chaldeans pursued them and overtook Zedekiah in the plains of Jericho. And he passed sentence on him. The king of Babylon slaughtered the sons of Zedekiah at Riblah before his eyes. All the nobles, he put out the eyes of Zedekiah and bound him in chains and took him to Babylon. The Chaldeans burned the king's house, broke down the walls of Jerusalem. Then Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, carried into exile who were left. Nebuzaradan left the poor people, gave them vineyards and fruits at the same time. The Lord delivers Jeremiah. Nebuchadnezzar gave command, send and took Jeremiah, that he should take him home. So he lived among the people. Go and say to Ebed-Melech the Ethiopian, for I will surely save you. You shall have your life as a prize of war, because you have put your trust in me, declares the Lord. Jeremiah remains in Judah. Now behold, I release you today from the chains of your hands. If it seem good to you to come with me to Babylon, come, and I will look after you. But if it seems wrong to you to come with me to Babylon, do not come. See, the whole land is before you. Go wherever you think it is good and right to go. Return to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon appointed governor in the cities of Judah. Or go wherever you think it's right to go. Then Jeremiah went to Gedaliah, and he lived with him among the people. Gedaliah swore to them, dwell in the land and serve the king of Babylon, and it shall go well with you. Then all the Judeans returned from all the places to the land of Judah to Gedaliah at Mizpah. Now Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the leaders of the forces in the open country came to Gedaliah at Mizpah and said to him, Did you know that Baalus, the king of the Ammonites, has sent Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, to take your life? But Gedaliah would not believe them. Then Johanan spoke secretly to Gedaliah, please let me go and strike down Ishmael. But Gedaliah said, you shall not do this thing, for you are speaking falsely of Ishmael. Gedaliah murdered Ishmael of the royal family, one of the chief officers of the king, with 10 men struck down Gedaliah. Ishmael also struck down all the Judeans who were with Gedaliah at Mizpah. 80 men arrived from Shechem and Shiloh at Samaria, with their beards shaved and their clothes torn and their bodies gashed, bringing grain offerings and incense to present at the temple of the Lord. And Ishmael came out weeping. When they came into the city, Ishmael and the men with him slaughtered them. Do not put us to death, for we have stores of wheat, barley, oil, and honey hidden in the fields. So he refrained and did not put them to death with their companions. The large cistern that King Asaiah had made for the defense against Baasha, king of Israel, filled it with the slain. Then Ishmael took captive all the rest in Mizpah. Ishmael took them to the Ammonites. Johanan and all the leaders of forces with him went to fight against Ishmael, but Ishmael escaped from Johanan with 8 men and went to the Ammonites. Johanan and leaders took rest of the people intending to go to Egypt. Warnings against going to Egypt. All the people came near. Pray to the Lord for all this remnant. Whatever it is, good or bad, we will obey. 10 days the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah. Do not fear the king of Babylon. I will grant you mercy, that he may have mercy on you and let you remain in your own land. All the men who set their faces to go to Egypt to live, there shall die by the sword, by famine, and by pestilence. They shall die by that. Jeremiah taken to Egypt. Azariah, Johanan, and all the insolent men said, You are telling a lie. Johanan, commanders, women, children, princes, every person with Gedaliah, also Jeremiah, and they came into the land of Egypt, for they did not obey. They arrived at Taphanes. Then the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, Take in your hands large stones. Behold, I will send and take Nebuchadnezzar, and I will set his throne above these stones. Judgment for idolatry. I will take the remnant of Judah who have set their faces to come to the land of Egypt to live, and they shall all be consumed, so that none of the remnant of Judah who have come to Egypt shall escape, except some fugitives. You and your wives have declared with your mouths and have fulfilled it with your hands, saying, We will surely perform our vows that we have made to make offerings to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings to her. And those who escape to Judah, few in number. Message to Baruch or Baruch. 4th year of Jehoiakim. Thus says the Lord, I am plucking up, that is, the whole land. Judgment on Egypt. The word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah the prophet concerning the nations, about Egypt, Pharaoh Necho, king of Egypt, Nebuchadnezzar, defeat in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the king of Judah. Judgment on the Philistines. The word of the Lord concerning the Philistines before Pharaoh struck down Gaza. For the Lord is destroying the Philistines, the remnant of the coastland of Caphtor. Judgment on Moab. Concerning Moab, thus says the Lord, and I will bring to an end in Moab sacrifice in the high place, yet I will restore the fortunes of Moab in the later day, declares the Lord. Thus far is the judgment on Moab. Judgment on Ammon. Concerning the Ammonites, thus says the Lord, but afterward I will restore the fortunes of the Ammonites, declares the Lord. Judgment on Edom. Concerning Edom, thus says the Lord of hosts, as when Sodom and Gomorrah, no man shall dwell there. As when Sodom and Gomorrah, no man shall dwell there. Judgment on Damascus. Concerning Damascus, Damascus has become feeble. She turned to flee. Judgment on Kedar and Hazor. Concerning Kedar and the kingdoms of Hazor, Hazor shall become a haunt of jackals and everlasting waste. No man shall dwell there, no man shall sojourn in her. Judgment on Elam. Concerning Elam, in the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, but in the later day I will restore the fortunes of Elam, declares the Lord. Judgment on Babylon. Concerning Babylon, concerning the land of the Chaldeans, for behold, I am stirring up and bringing against Babylon a gathering of great nations from the north country. The king of Babylon heard the report of them, and his hands fell helpless. Anguish seized him, pain as of a woman in labor. The utter destruction of Babylon. The Lord has stirred up the spirits of the kings of the Medes. You who have escaped from the sword, go. Do not stand still. Remember the Lord from far away, and let Jerusalem come into your mind. The word that Jeremiah commanded Seraiah when he went with Zedekiah in the 4th year.